Okay, so you're currently promoting your music and you're not getting the results that you wanted. Well, there are millions of artists out there that feel your pain, but the truth is there are only 7 issues that are a result of your promotions not working. So let's get into it, man. Chances are you did some playlist promotions and ads and created organic content. All the things that, us trusted online mentors said you should do, but it just wasn't your time to shine this go around. True, those things work, but you're frustrated. And I feel you. In fact, I know that you did some things wrong under the hood of all of that. And now the potential fans that you should be getting are just breezing by you like, yeah, it's cool. And now you're thinking like, oh, well, it can't be like this. Like, what is it? What am I doing wrong? After speaking with over 1,000 of you all, with a lot of you all, you kind of got the same issues. So I found that there are 7 reasons why your song isn't getting the traction that it needs during your promotions run. Because 1,000 people is a lot of people to speak to. And for you all to have the same issues, it's kind of a bit of a wonder, right? So the first thing is the song itself is not good. This is probably the only thing that you probably understand what I'm saying. As an artist or new music exec, you probably listened to the song and said, that's the one, man. Like, instead of testing it with a small group of people to get some feedback on a group of songs that you knew would be a viable candidate for promotions. The song you chose just wasn't the one, or it was flat out not good. So you've got to start testing your record first if you want to get better at promotions. Like, if you can find a small group of people consisting of teenagers, mostly tastemakers, industry professionals, and friends and family, and watch for their reaction before you ask for their opinions, that's the quickest way you can get a pulse on which songs will work. Watch for the action and then ask for the opinion first. Because the action is the true response. The opinion is they're going to cover it up and say, well, it was good. We don't want that. We want that. We don't want, yeah, it was cool. I liked it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Number 2 is your goal is unidentified. You know what I mean? And a lot of times when you set out on a promotion strategy, you don't have a target goal in mind to validate that the strategy worked. So what ends up happening is you see one thing work, but you'll start noticing a lot of other things that did not work. And then that skews your understanding about what you set out to accomplish with this promotion campaign in the first place. I want you to set an actionable and measurable goal with specific key performance indicators that you will focus on to lock in your goal and your strategy. This way, if other things fall short, you won't have the feeling of falling short of your goal. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to put your blinders up and stay focused on your goal. Now, number 3 is your promotional materials aren't good. They're actually pretty bad. They're cringeworthy. If your promotional materials like visuals or influencer collaborations or logos, if you have one, images, etc., aren't good, they won't hook people in, and they will just keep walking past your promotional material efforts simply because your materials weren't good at capturing attention. The trick is to set your mind to always think about hooking people in, because the average person sees anywhere between 3,000 and 10,000 advertisements a day. So how do you stand out in that world, right? That sea of attention grabbing noise. You want to strive for the ability to hook people at all times. This is a big one because you're confusing ads with promotions, right? They're siblings, but they're not the same. An advertisement is a static announcement about a product that can or may be tied to an event or a timeline of events. However, a promotion is that same announcement about a product, but moving throughout the marketplace it was intended to reside in relative to the timeline or around the event happening. One has motion and one does not. And many artists use ads as a lazy way to promote, but in actuality, your ads are reaching cold audiences and they lack personality. Promotions, though, have the ability to warm people up from being cold on you faster than an ad will. So stop being lazy and get out there and promote. You got to get out there and move. What's going on? What's going on? What's up? Hey, how you doing? Check this out. Check this out. Move. Every marketplace, move in it. That's what promotions is. See what I'm saying? An ad, we can post up a poster or a flyer. That's an ad. But number 5 is your customer service is bad. It's very bad because your customer service is bad to 2 customer types: industry professionals and fans. And you have to service your industry professionals differently than you service your fans. Think of promotional items you can send or offer that warm them up to who you are as an artist. And if they need your record, make sure these industry professionals have versions of your song that they can use, and make sure the fans have the song on social media so they can dance to and create videos with. Lastly, if you have hot audiences already, make sure that they have the early limited access offers to the song in a special way so they get it right now. This is what customer service is all about: servicing the customer with value. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times, a lot of you all do not know how to service these groups and these customer tiers. It's a different way you do it. And that's why the promotions is like, man, it's not really working. Yeah, because you're putting everybody in one pot. I know it's tough, but it's what it is. It's business, man. You got to get used to it. Now, number 6 is your timing was off, because sometimes you just plan to promote at the wrong time when too much attention would be taken off of your material, like during Oscar, Grammy, Super Bowl, NBA All-Star season in the first 2 months of the year, or during the last 2 months of the year, November and December, when all of the major acts plus Christmas and Thanksgiving have taken all of the attention away. November, December, and New Year's to Valentine's Day are off limits for new artists with heavy promotion or who want to put in heavy promotion runs and campaigns. March through September, it's the time to promote like your life depends on it. Then by the time the no-fly zone months come around, you will be relevant enough to be paid attention to. That's December and November, or November and December. All right. Now, number 7 is you were just flat out unprepared. And this is probably the biggest one. It should have been at the top. Many artists jump the gun because they've completed their part of creating the song, the album, the artwork, the visuals, and everything else that is a part of the project or the release. And after that, you all want to press go on promotions and drop the song. Hey man, I'm ready, let's do it. Are you prepared to serve the customer once they come to the door? What about the industry professionals? Are you ready to service them? Is 1 month's time really enough to get prepared for all of the attention that you plan to bring in and then have them flow through your sales funnel systems flawlessly? Consider this. Have your D2C offers been created? Do those systems work, and is the checkout process smooth? You see what I'm saying? Even though this is number 7, this is the number 1 reason why your promotions campaigns don't work, because you're unprepared. You took your army to Afghanistan with knives. You tried to sell dope in the 80s with a mail opener. You are unprepared. So get prepared and make sure your troops understand the game plan, especially you, because you're the general. The biggest mistake to make in this position is to get your expectations mixed up with your vision. That will kill your vibe instantly. Get off those industry vapors and the look at me, I told you so vibes. Like, fans don't care about that. They have money for you if you want it and needs to be satisfied. They have those. That's why we set a goal, so you have a strategy to meet the goal instead of to meet your grand vision in 3 months. That probably won't happen. But if you gain 20,000 followers from 0 in 3 months, man, you're a monster. I used to be just like you, stuck high on the industry vapors. But at the end of the day, the money matters the most, right? More than the fame or the recognition, the money matters. So numbers are a metric, and that's what we got to focus on, because the industry will always be changing. The rules of the game incrementally move every day and make big shifts every 3, 5, and 9 years. So how long are you going to wait to get going once you have your goal defined and strategy laid? Before you know it, things will shift, and that same goal won't be relevant. Whatever you do, don't rush, but don't go and sit back on the couch. If you need help, the Music Moneymakers crew and I are glad to help you out together, because we are all creators who are helping each other win. Join us at the link beneath this video. Because if your strategy doesn't work the first time, keep what did work and tweak your approach to the rest of it. If you think that you can't do it or it's impossible, break it down into small actionable steps that you can do. Don't become overwhelmed with the process. And if you don't have a big budget, be resourceful with the resources that you do have, because many successful promotional campaigns have been built on creativity and smart planning rather than big spending, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff. And what matters most is having a clear strategy and being willing to put in the work, and so you can start small and scale up as you see results. Don't go all in and you're going too big before you can handle it. You see what I'm saying? Because if you quit now, you'll miss out on this incredible potential that lies ahead in the music industry. Not only will you lose financial opportunities and the chance to build a lasting career, but you'll also have to live with the regret of giving up on your dreams. And the cost of quitting extends far beyond just, monetary losses. It impacts your legacy, your artistic expression, and your ability to inspire others who could have been touched by your music, but you decided to be like, man, I'm not gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forget this. It's too much work. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I just want to make music. I'm great anyway. But if you were struggling with your music promotions, then go back and fix these issues, and I guarantee you will begin to see the results that you want to see in your life and in your career. Music money makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the 60-day record label course, join me and the Music Money Makers crew in the Music Money Makers community. Grab the free stuff, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.